Forwarding to the cloud. Got it. Okay. Good evening and happy Tuesday to everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Tuesday night Dreamstruck. My name is Teresa Gosh, and I am Superstar Director of Group Purple Explosion. And we have multiple Superstar Directors on here. We are so excited. Every Tuesday gets even better and better as we are talking about different topics to help you with your businesses. We definitely love the feedback. There's a lot of work and energy that goes on behind the scenes. And really our ultimate goal is, we all have dreams, right? And so what we want to do is provide tools and tools for you all to be able to use to make your dreams become a reality. So tonight, we are really excited because we have a special guest speaker. Her name is Maggie Hensley, and she is going to take us to the club. Maggie, are you on?
I am. I'm right here.
Good evening. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to join us. We're so excited.
Of course. Happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
You are welcome. Well, the floor is yours.
Okay. Let me see. Do you have me in gallery view? What is the way that you guys like to do this? I don't know how y'all like to do it, so.
You can go ahead and get started. And what we'll do is put the spotlight on you.
Either way, totally fine. I have you guys in gallery view because I'm going to ask y'all some questions and I want to see raised hands. So that's how I'm going to see y'all, but however you can see me is best for y'all, then that works too. My name is Maggie Hensley, and I am a Superstar Director out of Dallas, Texas. My team name is Team Ohanahala. I have been a Scentsy consultant for, it'll be 9 years at the end of this week. I cannot believe it's been that long. It's the longest I've ever done anything other than like be married and be a mom. Scentsy has been amazing. It has absolutely changed my life. It's allowed us to travel. It's allowed us to, actually live rather than just kind of surviving. And so it's changed everything for us. So I have 5 boys. I am a very, very, very busy mom. I'm married. My husband and I have been married we just had our anniversary. We've been together for 12 years and married for 11. Like I said, we have 5 boys. Our youngest 2, we adopted through foster care last year. So we are foster parents. We are child abuse advocates. We love teen mamas and just really coming alongside anybody that kind of needs some help. Our family motto is we build longer tables, not higher fences. And so we really try to live our life that way. So Scentsy has been a vessel to allow us to do that, to bring more children into our home and to really help others. I actually just started volunteering it's called the Rainbow Room, and it's part of our county CPS. And so I've kind of taken on that volunteer opportunity. So we're super, super busy here all the time. My husband used to travel a ton for work. He would be gone 5 days a week. He was doing a grad school and he was traveling constantly. I mean, I'd be lucky if he was home like 5 or 6 days a month. He was gone all the time. And so I really have had to work my business differently throughout the years. I started at doing a ton of home parties, doing a ton of fundraisers. Then I kind of transitioned into doing more online parties when we started foster care. And for those of you that don't know a lot about foster care, you can't just have anybody babysit. So when my husband was traveling and I was doing parties, I had to transition to doing them online. And then things just kind of have evolved over the years. You adjust your sales. And you're a business owner, you adjust your sales. All of us last year when the pandemic hit, we adjusted our sales and changed the way that we were doing things, right? So not this last fall, but the fall before, my husband was looking for a new job. And he really wanted he wanted to go with this one specific company because they were opening an office in London. And he wanted to be one of the ones that went to London to help start this office. And I was like, you know what? I could handle London. That would be fine. He has an MBA in international business. And so it is like his dream to take an expat assignment, which is a little bit scary having 5 boys. Our youngest 2 are special needs and have some pretty specific things that they need. And so that was a little bit daunting, but I was like, you know what, London, I could do. They speak English there. The street signs are in English. I mean, they've got like kind of some French fries, fish and chips. Like my kids can handle that. It's a little different than Chick-fil-A, but we could handle that. Scentsy's there. So, all right. But then I'm thinking, okay, how am I going to transition my business to be able to move us over there, but still have a business here. A ton of my customers are local. So how am I going to transition them into purchasing online, or, signing up some of them as consultants, so that I don't lose my business, my region 1 business, by moving to region 2 temporarily, right? So I've worked my butt off for years to build this business in region 1. I'm not going to abandon it to move somewhere temporarily. So I needed to figure out how I was going to be able to run it here, keep it thriving and growing here, but be over there. And so Scentsy used to have this thing called, I think it was called VIP. And it was kind of an auto ship program. There were only very specific products that you could get. It was laundry, some oils, and like maybe 1 or 2 other things. Very, very limited. But I just, being a super busy mom and, a business owner that's kind of working on the fly very quickly in pockets of time here and there, I'm also a huge advocate of working smarter and not harder. I want to do things the most efficient way, because I don't have hours to sit down and work. I have small pockets of time. So when I do get to sit down and work, it needs to be efficient, and I need to be able to get things done. So work smarter, not harder. That's like my life motto. So Carol knows I have eyelash extensions, and I have my eyebrows microbladed, and I have extensions in my hair. I'm high maintenance to be low maintenance. I literally wake up like this every day. That's my life goal, is to wake up like this so that I don't have to do anything. So I work my business the same way, smarter, not harder. So we had VIP. I was always super, super, super busy because of the kids and all that, but I would, without fail, always forget to order my laundry products. Always. Didn't matter how many half price items I had or how much free product I had. Without fail, I would forget to order laundry. So I had my laundry coming with my VIP. I didn't love it. I didn't love the program. I didn't love how it was run. But it was convenient because it would just show up at my door and I'd be like, oh, perfect, I'm almost out. That way I wasn't waiting a week while my laundry would pile up, because I'm not going to go buy Tide at the store if I run out of Scentsy. I'm just going to wait till my next order comes in, right? So when they transitioned to Scentsy Club, I was like, oh, okay, I can get with this. This sounds way better than that VIP thing that they used to have. So transitioned to Scentsy Club. I started getting a few other, subscribers, but it was just one of those things where I was kind of just opening my box every month live. And I want to say last fall, so 2 falls ago, I had, I don't know, 5, 6 subscribers on top of myself. Nothing big. It wasn't something that I was really pushing. I would unbox it live because I had a whiff box that I was getting in there, and my customers love the whiff box. But I wasn't really pushing it much. But as my husband and I are talking about this potential London move and how I'm going to transition my business, I got a Scentsy Club shipment, and I was like, babe, this is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to make this work. I'm going to get all my customers to sign up for Scentsy Club, because it doesn't make sense not to. That's my Scentsy Club tagline. If you write down one thing tonight, let it be, it doesn't make sense not to. Okay. So I started unboxing all my things. I kept unboxing all my things live. I had a ton of customers that loved the whiff box, but I wasn't talking to them about Scentsy Club. I was talking to them about individual products, right? So tonight, some of the things I'm going to talk to you about with Scentsy Club is, what is Scentsy Club? Why is it important, and why do you need to have your customers sign up for Scentsy Club? And how do you get people to sign up? Okay. So for those of you that don't know what Scentsy Club is, maybe you have kind of seen it talked about, you've heard of it, but it's just one of those things where, that's just Scentsy Club. I'm going to focus on my PRV individual orders, whiff box by whiff box by whiff box. Okay. So Scentsy Club is a free, like for real free. It's not one of those, oh, hey, do you want 10% off our products for the next year? Give me 25 bucks. Like a lot of those other companies, you know what I'm talking about, where, oh, you want a discount on our stuff for a year, you have to pay me $10. You have to pay $25 to unlock that discount. Well, but I'm only going to order like 2 times. So why do I need to pay you money for that? It cancels it out. Okay. That's not what this is. This is free. There is no fee to subscribe to Scentsy Club. There is no fee to change your Scentsy Club. There is no fee to cancel your Scentsy Club. It is a free subscription, okay? You can choose to have your product shipped to you every 1, 2, or 3 months. I personally have a monthly subscription and a quarterly subscription because I'm extra like that, okay? So I have 2 different club subscriptions. My monthly subscription, I have laundry, I have whiffs and liquid and softener and dryer discs come. My laundry for a month comes in my Scentsy Club. I also get several bars that are discontinued. So like I said earlier, my team name is Team Ohana Hala. And when we had the Stitch and Angel bars, I added them to my Scentsy Club because when I have a new team member join, a new frontline, a personally sponsored consultant join, I send them a bar of one of those 2 scents because it ties in with our team name with Ohana. Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. That's our team motto, and that's from Lilo and Stitch. So I have those bars come, and then I think I have a couple other things, but cotton cleanups. And then I have a whiff box that comes half off, half price. Yep, half off. So that $30 box of goodness that's worth way more than 30 bucks. Like last month, it was worth like $40 or $42. I got it for $15. And then I can either use it myself, I can break everything apart and I can sell products individually. I can even sell that whiff box to a customer if I really wanted to, okay? I got it half price. So Scentsy Club, you can add any single consumable product. So literally everything except warmers, diffusers, and buddies can be added to Scentsy Club in any increment and coming at any frequency. Okay, so clean, laundry, fragrance flowers, pods, oils, wax, body stuff. I'm forgetting pets, whatever. Anything other than warmers, diffusers, and buddies can come every 1, 2, or 3 months in any increment you want at a discount. So when you hit $30, when your box is $30, now we don't have any bundles and saves in Scentsy Club because there's a percentage off. So there's no buy 5, get 1 free. You're just gonna get 5. So 5 bars is $30. How many of you use 5 bars of wax every 1, 2, or 3 months? I can tell you right now, I use 5 to 6 bars of wax every time I change my wax, which is twice a week because I have that many warmers. So think about how many customers you have that are using at least 5 bars of wax every 1, 2, or 3 months. Okay, they're going to get 10% off of that. Once it hits $30, they're going to get 10% off of that. When their box gets to $60, they're going to get a half price item. And that half price item can be a whiff box. Scentsy Club is the only way you can get a whiff box at half price. You can't do it through the workstation as a hostess under a party. You can't get it half price as just a consultant perk. It's only a perk for Scentsy Club members, okay? So let's think about, you go to a website and you add the one thing to your cart that you went there for. And then you see a little banner at the top that says, oh, spend $27 more and you'll get free shipping. Are you gonna do it? Yeah. Because I'd rather spend $27 and actually get product than spend $8 and get nothing for it for shipping. So when it says at $60, you get a half price item, I can count on one hand the number of subscriptions that I have that are under $60. And I have 55 subscriptions as of right now. Less than 5 of them are under $60. Think about that. Think about how much PRV that is that I'm getting every single month, every 1, 2, or 3 months from those 55 subscriptions that are all more than 60 PRV. It's a lot. That's how I've started to run my business. Okay. So like I said, whiff box, half price. There's also bricks. That's another club perk. Bricks. Always get my bar. So the always get my bar program means that if there is a bar that is in your Scentsy Club and it discontinues, we will continue to pour that bar for you for free forever. So my quarterly subscription is full of discontinued bars. I probably have 30 discontinued bars in my quarterly subscription. Because what happens twice a year? You bring back my bar. And inevitably, there are at least 2 or 3 on there that I love enough that I want to get a couple bars a year. So if I'm adding them in quarterly, if I get 1 bar of a scent quarterly, that's 4 bars a year, which is using them a couple times a year. Nothing crazy, right? But then it starts to snowball, right? Starts to snowball. So the Always Get My Bar, the bricks, the half price whiff box, and the 10% off and a half price item, those are the perks of being a Scentsy Club member. Now, those are the ways that you're going to get people into club, okay? Those are the hooks of how to get people to join Scentsy Club. But let's talk about why it's good for you. So I just saw somebody comment. I don't have the comments or the chat pulled up because I'm ADD and it distracts me, but every once in a while I'll see a message pop up at the bottom. I just saw someone say that's like 3,000 PRV a month. Yeah, it is. I have thousands of PRV every single month just from Scentsy Club. So I wake up on the first of every month and I go to my orders tab and I click the Scentsy Club tab and I see how many of them are coming this month. I can see how much PRV I got last month from Scentsy Club. I can see how much I'm going to get this month. And then I can see how many subscribers I'm going to have for next month as well. So my goal every single month is 2,000 PRV. Because at my very first reunion that Carol Bishop Houck forced me to go to, which was the best decision I've ever made in my business, is going to that first reunion. I heard Jen Audette, who is an SSD in, I think she's in Maine. She said, if you want to have a successful business with full-time income and be able to run this like a legit business that's going to grow and continue to grow and you know, make full-time income, you need 2 recruits and 2,000 PRV every single month on average. So I was like, oh, well, that's my goal. Because I don't know how many of y'all know your Enneagram number. I'm an Enneagram 8. So if you tell me that I need to do X, Y, and Z to get from point A to point B, I'm going to do it. If you put a goal in front of me, like an incentive trip or any kind of like, you know, anything like that, I'm in. I'm doing it. So what's happening? So I heard her say that, and I said, that's my new goal, is an average of 2 recruits a month and 2,000 PRV a month. Well, what's 2,000 PRV? That's a $600 paycheck without any leadership bonuses. How does that sound? That's a lot of money. That's like life-changing money. And so that became my goal. And when I decided that Scentsy Club was going to be how I was going to maintain my business if we were to move, which by the way, we're not moving as of right now because COVID, but I'm glad that I set things up the way that I did, because as of right now, I wake up on the first of every month and I check my Scentsy Club dashboard and I can see exactly how much PRV I have coming in. And I have exceeded that goal of 2,000 PRV every single month since I started really hitting Scentsy Club hard. So what if you could have already met your PRV goal on the first of the month? What would that free up for you in your business? Because remember, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. And every yes, there's always a sacrifice. Doesn't mean it's a bad sacrifice, but there is. So when I was constantly on the hamster wheel chasing after all the PRV, and I still have very high PRV. I still hit PRV hard, even above that Scentsy Club. I still am very active in my VIP page. I still very much hit every single, what's it called? LTO. Like I hit that hard, but having that goal met allows me the time that I need to be able to focus on those things. So I don't feel like I'm constantly chasing my tail. It also allows me to have the freedom to feel like I can flip every single party that I have, because I am a huge believer in the host exclusive kit. And if I have a host that is meeting even that 200 PRV minimum, I want to give her that party. So that way I'm not feeling like, oh my gosh, where am I going to make up that 200 PRV now if I'm giving that to her because it's her party and her friends and her customers that are going to continue going to her after she signs up. That's PRV that she's actually worked for. I'm not worried about where I'm going to make that 200 PRV at because I'm already good. I've already got my PRV goal met. So anything other, above that is just gravy. Okay. It also frees me up to have more recruiting conversations, frees me up to take care of my customers better, frees me up to be able to do more VIP mail and that kind of thing. So having that, and this isn't necessarily a set it and forget it kind of thing. It's still very much a cultivated product. So I see Scentsy Club as one of our products. We have 4 products in my eyes: buy, host, join, Scentsy Club. Okay. So when I am looking at my Scentsy Club subscribers, that is not just repeat revenue, PRV, it's recurring. So there's not necessarily a follow-up system for it because they're already getting their stuff every 1, 2, or 3 months. But I send special thank yous to my Scentsy Club members. I'm making sure that they're happy with their shipments. I'm making sure that they know if they have something in it that's going to discontinue. Like I send all my Scentsy Clubbers an email when we have transition. So we have to bring back my bars. We have 2 catalog seasons. So we have 4 huge opportunities a year to get people to sign up for Scentsy Club and to add to their Scentsy Club, right? So when we have those, that's always an opportunity to follow up with my Scentsy Club members. But I send them special thank yous. They get like a VIP packet in the mail when they have when their orders ship. But that's PRV that I don't really have to work for. It's already there. It's just something that I have to continue buffering. It's I don't even know how to explain it. It's something that's there. It's something that I'm thankful for. And it's just something that I continue to highlight, I guess you could say. So that's why you want people to sign up for Scentsy Club. It's a completely hands-off experience for you. You as a consultant cannot get into your customer Scentsy Club. Their credit card's attached to it. So there's no contacting you to order. There's no, hey, can you go in and edit this for me? They go in and do it completely on their own, and they can add new stuff to it. Like I have some people that do, Scentsy Club because they want to get bars frequently and they want to just be self-serve, but they change their bars every single month when they get their stuff, and then they get, a whiff box, or they get a tub of washer whiffs at half price. But you can change your scents every single time you get a shipment. You're not locked into that. So when I get my laundry, I change my laundry all the time. You get an email 10 days before it ships. So your customers have full access to changing their club subscriptions, changing the products in there, taking out, adding in, whatever. Maybe they have dish soap in there, but they don't need dish soap on this shipment. They can swap it out for a counter clean, or they can change the scent of their fragrance flower, or they can add a second fragrance flower. However they want to do it, they have full access to it. And that's something that you don't have to mess with, okay? That is why Scentsy Club is important. It is recurring PRV, it is recurring revenue. It allows you to free up some of your time so that you can focus on other parts of your business that maybe bring you joy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, sales isn't the part of Scentsy that brings me joy. Connecting with my team, connecting with my customers, spoiling my VIPs, spending time with my family. I don't do Scentsy for it to be my life, for it to take over my life. Scentsy is supposed to enhance your life. It's a vessel to make your life better. And if it's not making your life better right now and it's taking over your life, you're doing something wrong. Something needs to change. Okay. That doesn't mean that you can't still do all the things that you're doing, like have high PRV, have high recruits, but maybe there's a better way to do it. For me, that's Scentsy Club. Scentsy Club gives me the opportunity to feed my family, spend more time with them, focus on the things that bring me the most joy in this business, okay? So how do you get people to sign up for Scentsy Club? You first need to be a member of Scentsy Club. I I fully believe that the best way for you to get people to join is for you to first do it. It creates FOMO. Every single time I get a Scentsy Club shipment, I unbox it live. There's always, oh my gosh, you get that bar. How did you get that bar? How do you still get Harbor's Edge? I loved Harbor's Edge. How do you get that? Oh my gosh, you get, I don't know what other bars I have. You get apple s'mores or you get spiced grapefruit. How do you get spiced grapefruit? It's because I've had my Scentsy Club for 2 years, however long. I added it when it was in Bring Back My Bar, and they still pour it for me for free forever. I unbox my whiff box live. Oh, I got this half off. Well, how do I get it half off? Okay. Well, if you are purchasing every 1, 2, or 3 months, it doesn't make sense to not join Scentsy Club. You get a discount. You're going to get a half price item. You can get your favorite bars forever for free. You can change things however many times you want. So when I say it doesn't make sense not to, I mean it doesn't make sense not to join Scentsy Club. So even a lot of my local customers have gone to joining Scentsy Club. They'll just contact me if there's a new warmer that they want. Otherwise, they get their stuff every 1, 2, or 3 months that comes straight to their door. No hassle. They can change things whenever they want to. Anytime there's a new scent that comes out. So Jade and Jasmine. How many of y'all loved Jade and Jasmine? Oh my gosh, it was so good. Okay, straight up Abercrombie. Y'all, I used to work at Abercrombie. I was that girl in like real shorty shorts, standing in the front, spraying all the things with cologne. That was my job. I was a cologne girl, standing up at the front, looking crazy. And it took me right back there the first time I smelled it. So I send out monthly mailers to, if you've ordered from me in the last 3 months, you're getting a sample in the mail. I have a mail system that I send out, and I do a felt sample of the scent of the month. I had so many people that loved that scent so much, they'd call me, I need 6 of them. I need 3, add one of these to my next order, whatever. Well, Jade and Jasmine's going to go out of stock at some point. I don't know when. You have 30 days from the time that Jade and Jasmine was released to add it to your Scentsy Club. Even if, and then whenever it sells out, it's gone. So I got several people to sign up for Scentsy Club just from Jade and Jasmine. Just from Jade and Jasmine. Okay. Anybody that orders a whiff box, that loves the whiff box, well, you can get it half price if you sign up for Scentsy Club, because you know how you ordered like 6 bars with it and some counter clean and, a couple other things, your usual. Like I have some customers that'll be like, hey, I need my usual. And it's 3 fragrance flowers, 3 things of counter clean, 2 tubs of washer whiffs. It doesn't make sense for them to not sign up for Scentsy Club. They're going to get 10% off. They can get one of those washer whiffs at half price, or they can add a whiff box at half price. For customers that are ordering regularly, it makes the most sense for them to do it through Scentsy Club. It just does. And Scentsy Club is not something that people are just going to stumble upon. You have to talk about it. It's not something that is like, how many people have customers that are like, oh, you have stuff other than wax and warmers? Yeah, girl, catch up. We've had stuff for like a long time that's other than wax and warmers. But if you don't tell them about it, they're going to assume that Scentsy is just wax and warmers. If you don't tell them about the pods, if you don't tell them about the fragrance flowers, if you don't tell them about diffusers and oils and all the other wonderful things that we have, they don't know that we have it. If you don't tell people about Scentsy Club, they don't know that we have it. So how many of you have a customer that always says, oh, what's the deal right now? What's your special? Scentsy Club. If you don't want to host and you don't want to join, the best deal you'll ever get is Scentsy Club. Because if you don't want to host and get free and half price products, or if you don't want to join and get free and half price products and commission and change your life, then the next best thing is Scentsy Club. That's the only deal that we have. We don't need, guys, listen to me. We don't need to have a deal. We don't need specials. If you are constantly doing personal specials, your customers are going to wait for the next time you have a personal special. We have the best products in the world. There are no other products that are better than ours. None. 0. So we don't need specials. If someone asks you what the special is right now, you can buy 5 bars and get 1 free. That's the special. You do not need to be giving things away. You do not need to be using all of your host credit and your half price items to make people happy. We have the best products in the world. That's enough. We have bundle and saves. That's enough. And if you have a customer that constantly wants a deal, say, hey, if you sign up for Scentsy Club, it's free. You can get 10% off, and you can even get a half price item, and it's going to come straight to your door every 1, 2, or 3 months, however often you want it. I constantly have people asking me what the deal is, what the special is, because in other direct sales companies, they have to do deals all the time. And, there might be other consultants that, like our products, we don't spend $50 to then sell it for $100. We don't have to buy our products up front. And there's a reason for that. But there are other companies where that's their model. Hey, spend $500 on all this stuff that you don't get to choose, and then go sell it for $100. Well, then they're stuck with all this stuff. And so that's when they're doing all these specials. We don't run our business that way. You do not need to be spending money out of your pocket to make money. You don't. When I joined Scentsy, I had $25 a week in grocery money. We had 1 car. When I had half price items, I would get light bulbs. They were $1 at the time. I would spend 50 cents on a light bulb, and I could only get as much as in my free product. I did not have extra money for purchasing things like that. And I still run my business as if I don't have extra money, because you do not need to spend money to make money in this business. You just don't. Not like that. Not like what other companies will tell you to do. Do we have these awesome sales kits and all that stuff? Yes, absolutely. But only spend that money if you have it. Do not dig yourself into a hole. Okay? So when someone asks, what's your special? And you're making them up a special, spending money out of your own pocket, don't do it. Don't do that. Okay? Scentsy Club is the best special you will get. If you don't want to host and you don't want to join and you want a special, join Scentsy Club. Okay? So that's why I love Scentsy Club. I love it. It's changed my business. It's changed my customers' experience. They all love it. I very rarely, I think I can count on one hand the number of people that have canceled their subscription. It's one of those snowball effects, honestly, because you might have a customer text you and say, hey, I need a 6-pack of wax. Okay, sure, let me get you this 6-pack. You need any bulbs or anything while we're here? No, I'm good. Okay, so they get their 6-pack of wax. But if they're signing up for Scentsy Club and they pull up the screen that has all the products they can add to it, what happens? They're adding more stuff. Or they get their wax 1 month and they're like, oh dang, now I'm out of pods. Let me just go add some pods to my Scentsy Club. And it snowballs and it gets bigger and it gets bigger. Scentsy Club has also been how I have recruited people, because if they have a subscription that is substantial enough where they're meeting that 200 PRV or close to it, they need to join my team and not just purchase. Some people don't want to. Some people just want to purchase, and that's fine. But Scentsy Club has given me kind of a gauge and a bird's eye view into who loves Scentsy enough that they want it to come to their door every 1, 2, and 3 months in large increments. And from there, then I'll talk to them about joining. Okay. So it's just given me a different perspective of my business in multiple different ways. It's made me be able to work smarter and not harder. My customers love it. I love it. I love getting my Scentsy Club. And so it's been a new goal to reach. With the number of subscriptions that I have, or the amount of PRV that are coming from those subscriptions, I just really, really love it. It's just been really fun for me. So I'm actually going to open up the chat. Or Teresa, I don't know how you usually run this. Do you open it up for questions, or how do you usually do this? Because I'm done, but if anybody has questions, I'm happy to answer it. I have not been looking at chat.
No, I'm with you too. I'm the biggest squirrel. If I look at any chat or
no,
any,
I can't.
get derailed in the quickest way. But this is very difficult because you are so passionate about Scentsy Club that you cover just about every single base, which is awesome. But we have some more SSDs on the call.
Oh,
Normally what we do is we kind of go around and we take notes of some of the questions that
okay.
came out in the chat. But before I toss it over to some of our other amazing superstar directors, I wanted to see if you would be willing to role play with me for just a moment.
Sure.
Okay, so here's the scenario, Maggie. I am one of your best customers. You've asked me multiple times to join and I refuse to. I love you. I love Scentsy. I'm just your best customer.
Okay.
So that's me. I purchase from you every single month, sometimes a 6-pack of bars. I always get laundry because I love black raspberry vanilla washer whiffs.
Okay.
And I don't want to host a party because I work 3 jobs and volunteer. So you're going to either call me or message me with all of that. And how are you going to convince me to join Scentsy Club? I don't know anything about the club.
Okay. So
So
usually what I do is I just say, hey, I know we're getting ready to place your next order, or maybe you've messaged me an order. Usually that's kind of where I start, is you've messaged me an order, unless it's a time where like I know that they have a favorite bar that's leaving. You know what I mean? We get to run that report. And so if that's the case, then I will have reached out to them. I'll just say, hey, your favorite bar, what's one that just discontinued? Oh, I actually just had this happen. So I was at the hair salon a few weeks ago, and one of my customers came in and I was like, sister, did you get the email that I sent you last week? And she was like, oh, I don't know. Let me double check. And she goes, oh my gosh, Christmas Cottage is going out of stock. And I said, yes, it's going away for the season. It might be back next season. We're not sure. We don't ever really know what's going on. But you don't have to stock up, because she was like, I need to get like 4 or 5 6-packs. And I said, so I can do that if you want, or what you can do is you can add it to Scentsy Club. You can get it every 1, 2, or 3 months. So how often are you using your bars? How many bars are you using a week or a month or whatever? And so she said, well, I use like, I don't know, a 6-pack every month probably. And I said, yeah, that sounds about right from what you've ordered recently. I said, so if you order, 6 Christmas Cottage bars, and then I know you've been asking about that Scentsy Fresh, and you add a Scentsy Fresh. I said, and then, how did you like that fragrance flower that you got last time? She was like, oh my gosh, I loved it. I said, okay, so listen, fragrance flowers last what? Every 60 days? I said, so you would place an order every other month then if you wanted to get your flowers? And she said, yeah. And I said, so what if we do a bi-monthly Scentsy Club subscription? You can get some bars, you can add a fragrance flower, you can get your Scentsy Fresh, and then those black raspberry vanilla whiffs that you love, you can get them half price, and your entire order is gonna be 10% off. It literally is gonna come straight to your door, no brainer. And she was like, oh, where do I sign up? She literally signed up while I was sitting with her at the hair salon.
Wow.
So all you have to do is explain to people why it makes sense.
Now, what happens when you get hit with this? You have me completely sold. My only thing is that when I order directly from you locally, you don't charge me shipping. So now you're telling me that I'm going to have to pay $8 plus shipping. How do I get around that?
Well, there is shipping with Scentsy Club. However, you're getting 10% off your products. And so when you add it up, you're actually going to be saving. It's about the same. So it's up to you. The perk with ordering locally from me is you get the free shipping. But if you do Scentsy Club, then you're going to still get your Christmas Cottage bars. If you order from me next month, I can't get you Christmas Cottage bars. And if it goes away, if it doesn't come back in the fall, I really can't get you those Christmas Cottage bars.
Okay. And I have to have my Christmas Cottage bars. So
yeah.
I'm sold. Sign me up.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. So basically, you had mentioned that you sent out an email. So do you have like an email campaign? Is there like a platform that you use to send communication out?
So I had been using Mad Mimi for years and years and years, and I love it. The free version works really well, and you get a lot of contacts. There's not a ton of variations. You kind of just have to use their templates, which is fine. It's super user friendly. You can do it from your phone. The one that I just transferred to, I can't even remember the name of it. It starts with an F.
That's okay. We can.
I might have to get back to you on that.
That's just my desk.
But that's it. Flow Desk. Is that what you just said? Yes, Flow Desk. That's what it's called. And so I just started creating a monthly newsletter for my team. And so I started doing that, and then I'm going to transfer my customers over to that. And you do have to pay for that one. But if you're looking for a super easy, free email platform to send campaigns or newsletters or emails or whatever through, Mad Mimi is great. It's MIMI.
Okay, excellent. Well, I really love that. And I love how you follow up with your customers. You know your customers as far as their fragrances, preferences. And then I also love how you built the subscription to $60 to show them, hypothetically, how they could be saving and work it to their advantage. So thank you for that. And I want to toss it over to Superstar Director Emily Goodneck. Emily, what questions might you have?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I love the program too. It's probably like half of my monthly PRV. I'm actually looking at mine right now. A lot of mine are monthly, but it's just with boxes. So a lot of them, I think where I could probably improve is build up to getting more out of my subscriptions. I have a lot of subscribers, but the PRV just is not very high. In some cases it is, like my tri-monthly people tend to spend more, but the ones that order monthly, it's just a whiff box, so it's only 25 PRV, but they love it. So maybe work them up to that. But there are some questions in the comments. Rhonda asked Maggie, how many shipments do you let a new Scentsy Club customer get before you start the join conversation?
Usually, well, when they sign up the first time, their shipment goes automatically. So they're going to get one when they sign up. And that's kind of when I can see, and then I'll follow up with them after they get their first shipment and just kind of see what they think of it and if they like their products. And then after that, then I will start to have that conversation with them.
That's great. And there's another question from Stacy. It says, how do you bring it up in a party? I can't get anyone convinced to join Scentsy Club. I know I will be pushing harder, but just not sure how to approach it there.
Okay, so a party is a little bit different because when your party guests purchase, though that PRV goes to your host and rolls into her host credit. Scentsy Club does not count for party PRV at all. So I don't talk about Scentsy Club at all in parties. I do Scentsy Club as my follow-up. So when I follow up with these customers that have gotten their products, that love them, then I'll talk about Scentsy Club afterward, because I don't want to take away that order and that PRV from that hostess.
Okay, that is excellent. And thank you, Emily, for getting us caught up on those questions. And so I want to move over to Superstar Director Dorothy Sanchez. Dorothy, what questions do you?
Oh, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, the sound. I don't really have any questions. I do like how Maggie had mentioned about getting the bricks. Some of my customers they just love the bricks. And so that's actually how I'm able to snag, Scentsy Club, or how I first started, actually, I would say, is by telling them that there were bricks available in the club. And they just love that. They get so excited about it. One lady ordered 4, and, they're just so excited about the bricks. So that's a huge point to bring up whenever you are talking about the club. And most recently, obviously, the half price whiff box. A lot of my club subscribers love that half price whiff box. So, I think that's huge. And so if you have any recommendations or any tips on how to increase that, I get my own whiff box at half price, and I kind of open it and share it with my VIP group and look at this month's whiff box. And, I was able to get it for half price. Let me know how, let me know if you want to get yours for half price as well. And so, but any suggestions on what else to do with that would be awesome.
I always follow up with my Whiff Box purchasers and then talk to them about the club, especially if they're getting it. You can get it a la carte. You don't have to get it, through a party or as a subscription. But I always follow up with them and say, you can get this every 1, 2, or 3 months, and you can get it at half price too. Like you already order all this other stuff, you can get the Whiff Box half off on top of that. So I really focus on the Whiff Box when I am unboxing things. Like I unbox my Whiff Box in my stories every single month. I don't do my entire Scentsy Club shipment in my stories, but I always do Whiff Box in my stories. And so I'll get comments based on that, or my VIP page will ask that. But Whiff Box is kind of my gateway into Scentsy Club subscriptions.
Yeah, I love it.
Or, when I have someone that's kind of on the hook for becoming a subscriber, getting that Whiff Box at half price is usually what sells them on it.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for being here tonight too. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dorothy. I'm glad that you brought up the that brick too, because getting that humongous brick at half off is a huge perk, because that's the only way to get the brick most of the year. So thank you, Dorothy. And Amber Turner, Superstar Director Amber Turner is on. What questions do you have? I saw you in the chats chatting it up.
Maggie, hi. It's so great to hear from you tonight. Maggie is like such an inspiration to me because I'm so passionate about Scentsy Club, and I've had the pleasure of picking her brain recently in person, and just the things, I don't really have questions, but rather an aha moment, because I was just with Maggie in December at a retreat, and I sat her down and was like, tell me all the Scentsy Club things, because this is like legitimately one of my goals, because everything she was saying, and my husband's right over here and he was listening to, I was like, she's speaking my language. Work smarter, not harder. Simplify, open up time. Even though I do Scentsy full time, I'm like, Maggie, I don't want to be working all day. Like, I do Scentsy full time for a reason, and that's to be more present for my family. So anyway, she speaks my language. So many aha moments back in December. But tonight, what I took away was the email, because like we just transitioned catalogs, a week or so ago. And that was in my mind, like, I wish I had a system for this. I wish I had a system for everyone in Scentsy Club needs to have it in their face. These scents are leaving. You have one more week or whatever to lock them in. And like, why not? So that's my takeaway from tonight, is to get some sort of an email distribution list, get a plan down so that I can capitalize on that. And Maggie, I also wanted to tell you, after I talked to you back in December, I totally changed my Scentsy Club, because I watched your unboxing video where you had like your cleaning and your laundry and stuff in there. And I didn't have that stuff in my Scentsy Club because I get all of that free with my extra host rewards. Yeah. But your video had me like, oh my gosh, I need to make sure I never run out of cleaning stuff. Like, I need to make sure I never run. Like, I was getting a little antsy watching your video, even though I have a stock right over here. So, but I also, like, I opened up my Scentsy Club people's orders on my workstation, and they're doing what I do. Because I unbox, I go live, I unbox, I take pictures, post them, whatever. Bars and a half pressed with box, discontinued bars and a half pressed with box. So I changed it. I put my laundry stuff in there. I put a counter clean in there. I think I put a car bar in there. And I'm just waiting on that first subscription to come in so I can show them like, hey, this is actually the right way to do it. So you are awesome, Maggie. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad that you had some success with that. And if you are someone who's just kind of starting out, and like I said, you don't really have the funds for setting up a huge Scentsy Club, don't feel like you have to do that. A lot of times what I'll do, and I do have a lot of those things in my subscription, but a lot of times what I'll do is, if I'm talking about Scentsy Club, I'll just gather up the things that I can add in there. And then, like, not fake unbox, but I'm just talking about Scentsy Club. You can add this, and you can add this, and you can have this, and you can have that. So I have a lot of those things in my box because I forget to add things. Or what happens if one of my local customers needs my last bottle of counter clean, and then I need some? That's not okay. So Scentsy Club helps me ensure that I have all the things that I need all the time. But if you are someone who does not have the financial ability to have a big Scentsy Club subscription, do not feel like you have to have one in order to create a Scentsy Club following. just gather up some things that you can add to Scentsy Club and do a live video or a picture talking about what you could add to it. Does that make sense? So do you unbox on YouTube where we can go see how you unbox live? No. However, if you go to my Facebook page, I have 2 or 3 different live videos that are public that you can watch. I actually just did one a couple weeks ago. And then I had someone ask about promoting the whiff boxes while making mystery boxes. You don't have to do one or the other, but I don't do mystery boxes because I don't want to. Mm-hmm. Just plain and simple. It's something that I think is amazing, and I love seeing the creativity, and I think it's incredible that some people will do that. I choose not to do that. I choose to just promote the whiff boxes. It does not have to be one or the other, but I choose not to do mystery boxes so that I can say yes to other things.
Yes. And we also have Superstar Director Carol Bishop Hauk. Carol, what is your aha moment? I know that you've probably spoken with Maggie time and time again, but is there anything tonight that stood out to you that you're like, oh, wait a minute, this is something great to do or to pass on to my team?
Maggie always impresses me. She is so amazing. She was so thorough and covered everything, but I think the aha moment is like a fake whiff box. I mean, or a fake Scentsy Club order. You know, like if you don't have the funds to have one, but you have some laundry products, you have a cleaning product at home, you can show people, hey, I just got my club order in, and pull it out. So I feel like, you know, if you don't have the club, but I really am, like with Maggie, a firm believer on, if you want to sell the club, you need to be in the club and you need to use the products that you're trying to sell. And so, I mean, I just think you can't, there's never enough sales. And yes, people are like, I think somebody had a question on, you know, do you get 10% off if it's $30 or more, $60 gets a half price item. You still get the 10% off as well as price item. So that $60 is a magical spot. You know what I mean? Like you need to really push to get people to the $60. And so anyway, that was my takeaway. And I'm sorry, everyone just came home from that were gone. And so my dog's going crazy and that was terrible.
That's how that works. That's how that works. But no, you brought up a good point, Carol, too, is that, you know, there's some people that are just kind of starting out and they may not have the means at the moment to sign up for the club. But if you have your kit from joining Scentsy, you can still go live and share that kit, you know, and talk about what a club order could look like. So I love that. I love that concept. Thank you, Carol. And thank you for inviting Maggie on. I was like, Carol can get her. Thank you. All right. And Kelly Rashaw, Superstar Director, what's your aha moment?
Hey, Meg. I think I speak on behalf of all the Superstar Directors when I say thank you. And we all owe you super big for this one, because this is some great stuff that we're going to be able to bring back to our teams that even aren't here, because it's recorded and we can be passing this information on. But of course, now I have a million questions. Your Mad Mimi you talked about, it's something that honestly I've never used either. And is there a plus or a minus to using that with our newsletter that Scentsy already provides? Is there something different on it, or do you just like it because of it's totally different? And tomorrow or sometime, can you just post a picture, like take a screenshot of what it looks like for a visual, because I'm such a visual person and yeah. I can't wrap my head around this.
Yeah, I actually have a couple different ones that I can like copy the link and post them so you guys can read the actual email that I send out. So I don't usually edit the Scentsy newsletter. I usually forget to edit it. So it just kind of goes out as Scentsy has it come up. But the Mad Mimi is like a personal one for me. So Scentsy sends it once a month. Mad Mimi is what I send out when I do like a pre-order form. There's a link to the pre-order form if I'm doing that. I send out, you know, Scentsy's is pretty broad and it'll say, click this link for discontinued scents. Whereas I'm posting a picture of a list of all the discontinued scents. I'm posting a picture of me holding a brick and holding a bar and showing them the difference. I feel like Scentsy just kind of is like a reminder, like just a touch point for me. My Mad Mimi is my personal specials. It's pictures of actual products. It's me doing a video, you know, real life images of things versus the like when Scentsy did, so say, remember when we had Stargaze? Okay, Scentsy had that one stock image of Stargaze, but what happens when we all started getting the Stargaze warmer, or like the Jupiter warmer that we have right now? How they all look different, and we have 7,000 pictures circulating. I'll make like a grid image of multiple different ones, and that's what I'll send out to my customers. So it's much more personal. It has my specific party link, because I want people to order under a party and not just a random PWS order. So it helps me just make it more personal and be more intentional with it, rather than jacking with the workstation, if that makes sense. But I can post some links from past emails that I've sent out, so you can kind of see.
That would be super awesome. And then you said you send them gifts, not gifts, but like probably sample packets is what I'm thinking of. What do you put in them necessarily? Is it just samples, or I'm going visual on this one too. So next time you do one, if it's not anytime soon, throw a picture in there, because how big and what do you send them, and do they love it? Do you notice a reorder from the products you put in there?
Yes. So I'm very intentional with my samples. I only send things that are consumable that they can then add to their club. So last month, I probably have a picture of it. I'll have to see if in my phone if I have one. Last month I did a Valentine's theme. So I bought 3 of the double bar Valentine packs. And so last month I had 24 subscriptions that went out. So I took a cube of each scent and I put them in a bag together, little sample bag together. And I said, warm these together. These are the 2 scents. I had several people add those scents to their Scentsy club because they love the way that it smelled. I did a sample of the Best Berry Scentsy Soak. I did a sample of Sugar Scrub. I did a cotton cleanup. And then I did I found some Sour Patch conversation heart things in the dollar section at Target. There was like five of them for $1. So I went and I got some of those. And then I did some little Valentine's confetti. I also did like, all my Scentsy Clubbers got a new catalog, like a full catalog. And then I did a printout of all the discontinued scents that were leaving. And then I did a $5 off coupon for their next order of $50 or more. But they have to contact me for that. So I basically did like, for your first spring order, you get $5 off an order of $50 or more. And again, I'll use my host credit. Since they have to contact me, I'll put all the orders together. I'll use host credit to offset that. It won't actually cost me $5. This month, I just got the stuff in today. I haven't put any of them together yet, but I'm doing a Mardi Gras theme. So I went on Amazon and I got a bunch of like Mardi Gras beads. And I found a pack of 30 like Mardi Gras face masks. That was like $8 for 30 of them or something like that. I'm talking cheap stuff. This stuff is not expensive. Like I'm spending maybe $3 on each package, and then it's like $3 to mail. But these people are spending quite a bit of money every single month, and I want them to feel appreciated. Like it's just an extra thank you. So and then for the products that I'm putting in there, I'm doing the new Fiesta Lime. So I'm doing a sample of Counter Clean. I'm doing a sample of dish soap. And then there was one other thing that I decided I was going to do. I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. It was something, but I like them to be flat. So I try to only mail things that are able to be flat-ish. Like I don't like to mail bottles very often. There's one other thing that I was going to do. Maybe it was a scent circle or something like that. But I was trying to do it in that kind of theme of like those colors. That makes sense.
One of the other things I don't think we touched on tonight, you guys, is making sure that all your stuff is labeled and your thank yous are labeled and your stickers are labeled. Like I throw this little sticker. This is the back of one of my thank you cards. And it has my QR code and it's got all the Scentsy Club perks. And it actually says new Scentsy Club perks, even though we know they're not new. But they think they're new because they never maybe have read about it. And in here is also the little postcard that we see everywhere, but obviously you edit it and throw your face on it and your own code and your things. But I think the more that we give them, the more information, then they may look for it. Stacy, yes, it's in our group somewhere. I can find it for you if you can't find it. But I mean, even you guys, you could do little Scentsy Club stickers like this on Avery and get them to your clubs. I have something else for you, Meg. Personal order. I try to circle all your stuff. Oh, is there a way that you can use this with Amy? Have you been using your Scentsy Club stuff with Amy at all? Or is there an easy way? No, you don't use Amy. I can tell. Okay, that's a no.
No. I tried, guys, I've tried like 5 times to use Amy, and every time I log in, it says I have 400 notifications and I freak out and I can't do it.
Yeah.
I really want to use Amy. I really want to love it. I'm literally sweating right now thinking about it. I just don't think that it's for me. But I know I have a ton of team members that love it. I know so many leaders that love it. This is not a knock on Amy, but not everything works for everybody, and it's just not for me. I think that it can work with Amy because it syncs to the workstation, but I am not the right person to ask that. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, it looks like we have hit the top of the hour. Did you have any more questions, Kelly?
No, I'm good.
All right, because we want to get everybody into the club. We want to release everyone so they can go out there and start their follow-ups and set a goal. Even if your goal is to get one Scentsy Club subscriber, start somewhere. And also, ultimately, even if you can set a goal to have enough club orders to get active and you can every month, then you can grow upon that. Now, I do want to give the floor back to Emily. Emily had a follow-up question.
Yes, sorry. I promise I'll make it quick. I know your guys' time is valuable, so thank you. I wanted to know, Maggie, how do you utilize the resources that Scentsy gives via our PWS to promote Scentsy Club? In the beginning, which seemed to work for me, a lot of people would ask, well, what is it? And I would just send them the video, the promotional video that Scentsy's done for Scentsy Club. For someone who's maybe watching this, who's a newer consultant and just isn't sure where to start, if someone's asking about club and maybe asks a question they're just not sure of, would it be ideal for them to refer them to that part of their website so that they can maybe watch the video and read some of that information? Is that something that you do?
So because I have several live videos on my Facebook, I usually direct my customers there. And so that's why I would encourage you to even make up a mock club order and unbox it live or talk about it live, just a super short giving the perks. That way you can send your customers there. But if you don't have that yet, the Scentsy Club section of our website is super helpful. There's a video, there's information there. It talks about the perks of it. If you can get someone there, a lot of times that has all the information that they'll need for it. And then Scentsy has some great information. There's, I think, a postcard and some other sheets on the workstation under the marketing tab. And so those are great too. But I know that they're trying really, really hard to keep up with Scentsy Club and all the things that we're asking of them. They're really, really, the dashboard is amazing. There's a lot more that should be coming with that. So it's just going to get better. But definitely direct them to your website if you don't know how to, answer a question, or, you can ask your upline or someone that that's really good with club too. Yes. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Okay, thank you, Emily, for that question. And Amber Turner had another question. And then I promise we're wrapping this up out of respect for everyone's time. Amber, are you there?
Yeah, I'm just going to ask Maggie to pretty please do us a favor.
Okay.
Because I know she loves us so much. Can you send one of us a picture of one of your sample packs, your thank you packs, so that we can share that with our teams? I know a lot of us have like an album going of resources from these awesome Zooms, and that would just be a great visual for our people.
I'll see if I have my Valentine's Day one. If I didn't take a picture of my Valentine's Day one, I have to do my other ones this weekend, and I will make sure that I get a picture for you guys for sure.
Yeah, whatever you have. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, and Debbie Pitts Palmer, were you able to join us this evening? I think you had a question, right? Debbie, are you on?
Yes, can you all hear me?
Yes,
I
it's a little
don't know if you
choppy.
do. I'm sorry, I'm just getting home from work. So awesome. And I thought we were mimicking each other because I do the same thing with my club. I think I got 3. So I've got a customer who she's in love with Christmas Cottage also. So I tried to introduce the Scentsy Club to her, but her problem is I think a lot of them are challenged when it comes to technology. So how do you work with something like that when somebody is challenged in that way? Have you set them up? Have you set any of them up for them, or are they all doing it themselves?
No, I'll set them up for them if they have, if they want me to. I've had several people that will, send it to me in a text message what they want, and then I can kind of set it up and screenshot it to them and confirm it that way. But as long as I have in writing what they wanted and, make sure that I'm confirming with them, and that way I've got kind of a trail, then there isn't a problem with it. Then I can, set it up for them. But I don't have very many that I've had to set up for them. I mean, my mom actually gifted my grandma a Scentsy Club subscription. She does the whiff box every couple of months. That's what she gets for her. That's what she got her for Christmas. So I helped her set that up. But otherwise, I do have a couple customers that have some technological difficulties. But I just I can help them with it, but they'll ask me for it. But for the most part, it's honestly really easy. It's very, very easy. If they can order from your PWS, they can do a Scentsy Club subscription.
Oh, these are people that come to me. They don't place their own. I mean,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know how to
do
do that, you know?
Yeah, if they ask you to do it and they can tell you exactly what they want and they trust you with all that, then that works.
Yeah. So that's a good question. Okay. And, normally in that situation, Debbie, too, they usually have a daughter, a granddaughter, somebody, that can also help them because they're helping them with their Amazon orders and other things too. You don't have to be the only one, but as Maggie mentioned, sometimes there's workarounds and sometimes, we can, worst case scenario, load it for them. So, all right, I want to be respectful of everyone's time. Maggie, thank you so much. You are definitely an inspiration, not just with Scentsy, not just with the club, but even as you opened up and you were telling us your story and your why. I mean, that really touched my heart, and I'm sure so many others. We understand why you do what you do. We understand why you have 3,000 PRV and club orders, but you're really amazing. I can't wait to get to know you a little bit better. And are you on Instagram where
I am.
Followers?
Yes, I'm on Instagram. My Instagram handle is the.waxmama. So if anybody wants to follow me, it is, I think I just changed it to public. So I am on Instagram. And then my Facebook is private, but I do post a bunch of things publicly, like my Scentsy Club videos and that kind of thing. I just keep it private for, for our kids and stuff like that. But yeah, but otherwise go ahead and follow me. I'm happy to help. I don't really have a ton of the Scentsy Club stuff on YouTube because it's geared toward my customers. But if anybody has questions, I'm more than happy to answer questions. You can tag me in that post on the page. And then I will send over the Mad Mimi links and the couple thank you things that I have. And I can help with that too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You left us with so much tonight, but the most important was it doesn't make sense not to. So thank you. And I hope that you have an amazing evening, what's left of it. And we wish you the best success with your business. Thank you, Maggie. And thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me, guys. See you later.